General Hospital to reveal exciting details on Thursday, December 26, 2024. First, after a joyful reunion with her family over Christmas, Laura seeks a quiet corner of a cafe to reflect on the events of the past months. There, she unexpectedly runs into Sonny, an old friend she hasn't seen in a long time. His presence, as sharp and edgy as ever, is in stark contrast to Laura's calm and composed demeanor. Yet, there is an immediate ease between them, as if no time has passed at all. Their conversation begins with familiar glances, a silent understanding that they are reconnecting a piece of their shared history. Laura feels relief as she opens up about the whirlwind of emotions inside her. She talks about the meaningful time spent finally reuniting with Lulu and Lucky after years apart. The long wait and hope that once seemed futile has now been rewarded by the precious moments of holding her children close, feeling the warmth of family that she cherishes so much. While Lulu carries the scars of the past and Lucky remains somewhat reserved, both are slowly repairing their relationships with her. These steps give Laura hope that with enough love, all fractures can be healed. Amidst the joy of reunion, Laura can't help but mention Charlotte. The little girl holds a special place in her heart, and not knowing where Charlotte is now makes Laura's happiness feel incomplete. She silently wishes that one day she will find Charlotte and bring her back to the family, where she truly belongs. For Laura, nothing is more precious than the bond of family, and she is willing to overcome any obstacle to restore it. Sonny listens quietly, his presence a silent but solid support. Despite their different worlds, Laura as the mayor and Sonny as a gangster, this does not diminish the respect and fondness they have for each other. Their encounter is not just a coincidence but an opportunity to reflect on life, past choices, and the meaning of lasting relationships. In the peaceful, contemplative atmosphere, both realize that true friendship does not depend on circumstances or distance, but on the genuine empathy between two souls once connected. Second, after a heavy and sorrowful holiday, facing the harsh reality of not having Sam by his side, Dante tries to cope by spending time with Rocco. He wants to give the boy a complete Christmas, decorating the tree and preparing meaningful gifts with Lulu. Though he does his best to smile for Rocco's sake, deep inside, Dante cannot hide the pain of loss. Every moment spent with family only intensifies the ache of missing Sam, like a wound that refuses to heal. However, things take a darker turn when Dante receives an urgent message from the PCPD. The investigation team has uncovered new evidence that sheds light on the cause of Dex's death. Even more shocking is that this evidence suggests Dex's death was not an isolated incident but is directly linked to Sam. Both deaths were sudden, and the mysterious circumstances surrounding them only make the case more complicated. This news leaves Dante reeling, as if the fragile hope he had been holding on to has suddenly collapsed. A flurry of questions rushes through Dante's mind, each one filled with confusion and pain. Why is Sam connected to Dex's death? What really happened to both of them? Who is behind all this tragedy, and how are these events related? Dante knows that time is not on his side. Every passing minute is a step back in finding the truth, and he cannot allow anyone to cover up this horrific secret. Dante resolves to put aside all personal emotions and focus entirely on the investigation. This is not just the duty of a police officer but a fight for the honor and memory of the one he loves most. He begins to go through all the reports related to Dex, searching for any detail that may have been overlooked. At the same time, Dante investigates any signs that Sam may have been unwittingly dragged into a larger conspiracy. He knows the investigation won't be easy, but nothing will stop his determination to uncover the truth. In the cold winter night, Dante sits at his desk, the dim yellow light casting over the papers spread before him. His face shows the exhaustion, but his eyes shine with resolve. This is not just about finding the killer or bringing the culprit to light, it's about preserving justice and truth for those he loves. Despite the difficult and painful road ahead, Dante silently promises himself that he will not stop until the entire mystery is revealed. Third, Michael sits quietly in the living room, the lights of the Christmas tree bright but not enough to dispel the emptiness in his heart. The papers from Willow's lawyer about their separation still sit on the table, a painful reminder of the reality he now faces. Michael cannot stop thinking about what he has lost, not only the woman he loves but also the dream of a perfect family for Wiley and Amelia. Every time he looks at the children, his heart tightens, and the feeling of helplessness and regret grows stronger. Although Michael still loves Willow deeply and would do anything to save their relationship, he understands that her decision for space and independence is unchangeable. Willow wants freedom, and it seems that all his efforts to keep her close only push her further away. Michael tries to convince himself that this may be the best thing for both of them, but reason cannot ease the bleeding wound in his heart. Christmas, once a time of joy and reunion, has become the loneliest and heaviest period of his life. The holidays pass in silence, with only the laughter of Wiley and the cries of Amelia reminding him that there is still some life left in his soul. Unable to bear the sorrow alone, Michael decides to turn to Jason, the person he has always seen as his rock. One cold evening, Michael drives to Jason's place, carrying the weight of his grief. When they meet, Michael can't hide his emotions. He talks about what's happened, from Willow's stubbornness to the feeling of helplessness in not being able to protect the family he worked so hard to build. Jason, with his calmness and understanding, listens without judgment, allowing Michael to pour out his heart. Jason doesn't say much, but every word he speaks offers comfort to Michael. He reminds Michael that sometimes love isn't about holding on but knowing when to let go for the sake of the person you love. Jason advises Michael to focus on what truly matters: his love for his children, his responsibility as a father, and the need to maintain stability in their lives. Jason also emphasizes that healing takes time, and Michael is not facing this alone. He has family who will always be there for him. The conversation with Jason doesn't erase Michael's pain, but it provides a glimmer of light in the darkest days. Returning home, Michael looks at his children and silently vows that no matter what happens, he will always be there, always love them, and protect them. Though the road ahead is uncertain, Michael knows he must be strong, not only for himself but also for the ones he loves most. Finally, as Christmas quietly passes by, Brooke Lynn and Chase sit together in the soft glow of the Christmas tree lights, still shining brightly in the corner of their living room. Their little home is peaceful, with only the crackling of the fire in the hearth breaking the silence. Despite the warm atmosphere, they cannot hide the deep sadness they've been avoiding for so long. After years of marriage, not having children has become a quiet wound between them, especially during the holidays when every other family is gathered, surrounded by the laughter of children. Brooke Lynn gently takes Chase's hand, her eyes shining with sadness but also determination. She opens up about the feelings she's kept inside, saying that not having children not only makes her feel empty but also worries her that something might be wrong, something they haven't yet realized. Chase, with his gentle gaze and understanding, listens intently. He too admits that the longing for a child to complete their small family has always been his dream, but he doesn't want the pressure of that desire to weigh down on Brooke Lynn. They decide that it's time to address this issue seriously. In their heartfelt conversation, they agree to begin by getting a comprehensive health checkup to understand why Brooke Lynn hasn't been able to conceive. Chase gently assures her that no matter the result, they will face it together and find a way to move forward. Brooke Lynn feels relieved knowing that she doesn't have to carry these worries alone. Chase will always be by her side. Together, they make a concrete plan, from scheduling doctor appointments to consulting specialists and adjusting their lifestyle to prepare for the new journey ahead. They see this not just as a necessary step but as an opportunity to learn more about their bodies and health. Brooke Lynn realizes that sharing her concerns with Chase has helped ease her anxiety, and the determination they share fills her with hope that one day, they will receive a miracle. That evening, in the soft glow of the Christmas lights, they embrace, finding comfort in each other's love and unity. Though the path ahead may be challenging, Brooke Lynn and Chase both know that the most important thing is that they have each other. And now, more than ever, they are ready to embark on the new journey with the belief that their dream of a complete family will one day come true.